Linda Pinizzotto. Whether it's a house, townhome, or condo, when you're ready, she's your negotiator. With 34 years of experience, Linda guarantees that you have the real estate knowledge you need to make the right decisions. Call Linda Pinizzotto at Sutton Group Quantum Realty, 416-561-7373, or visit her at lindapinizzotto.com.
Hello there, you're listening to Linda Pinizzotto of The Condo Expert. And as I mentioned, we're talking to Josh Twintarny, the Director of Operations for Plug and Drive. And Josh, I was thinking, like in condominiums, did you know that there's some condominiums that the corporation actually doesn't even own the parking space in the underground? The developer, like for instance, 25 and 35, the Esplanade. Okay, the developer maintained ownership of the parking space. So therefore, every single person in the building has to rent their parking space in the underground from the developer because it's not part of the corporation whatsoever. So that means in that particular instance, you would just have to contact one entity in order to put your charging stations through the entire underground.
I like that. That seems a lot more
simple. You see
that?
And because there's a, there is a profit kind of a system in those two undergrounds because people are paying to rent the spots and they're not individual or anything. And you're going to find a few of those, and not a whole lot of them, but you will find some of them, throughout the province. As far as cost, I know that this is going to be a rough estimate, and definitely once things start to blow up with it, I'm sure it'll be no different from laptops. When at one time, Steve Jobs had this vision that, every person in the country is going to have a laptop, and the prices slowly went down. I can actually see that as being the future for charging stations and electric cars. What would you think? Can you give us just a rough estimate?
Yeah, that's a really challenging question. So I'm just going to, off the top, say that this is all just a estimate, and it's all based on the building's needs and requirements. But for the charging station itself, you're looking at between $1,000 to $3,000 all in.
Okay.
And then it's the installation costs that you're going to see the real challenges. If I've seen it anywhere from a $2,000 installation for a very simple job that's near the electrical panel to, in some commercial places, $50,000 where they made the mistake of dredging the parking lot and running cable and things like that. So I think in order to minimize the costs, you need to be smart about your location and make sure that everybody, the electrical contractor and the utility are involved in it so that you can minimize a lot of these disruptions. Mm-hmm. But you should probably, in a normal circumstance, you're maybe looking at $5,000 to $10,000, I would say, as an average one.
So basically what a condo corporation could do is choose one spot in the building, which would just be a station as opposed to individual, and just be a direct station that people could go into, have a key where they can get into the system to make sure it never gets tampered with, for instance, and to be able to use it. They have the charge card to be able to charge it, and then that's it.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's similar to some of the car wash stations you see in some condos.
Well, that's it. Yeah, they have the car wash. They have that over on the harborfront.
Yeah,
I think it's $77.99. They have it. I love that. I think it's in today's type of weather that we've been having. I mean, I would love to have that in a condo building.
Yeah, definitely. It's some of those amenities really make a difference to the building, and it can make a difference to the potential buyer in the long run. And I think that's really where the importance of electric vehicle charging stations is.
Oh, absolutely. So, you figure it, most condo buildings, they all have a budget in around about $1 million. So, I know that if the cost does become $5,000 to $10,000, I think if you divide it off and exactly have the meeting and see how many people in the building would have interest to use the station, I think that's the key point.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Like with all the studies, and can you see for the future? Like, what's your next part of the project? Like, obviously you're doing things step by step. So you're going out now. You're giving out presentations. You're holding seminars. I understand, and most of your seminars are going to be similar to what you're providing here on the show.
This is kind of a new challenge that we're just now arming ourselves to take on. Is the condos. Around North America, this is a challenge. So there is no solution that I can just toss at everybody right now. And that's why I'm so thrilled to be on the radio, because I can reach a lot more people and invite them to challenge me to find solutions in their buildings as well as the rest of Ontario. But I think for the organization, we're continuing our education and outreach events. We come see us at the Toronto Auto Show from February 14th to 23rd. We have a big booth there. We're giving away prizes, and we have a Tesla Model S for everyone to see. So we're really excited. We're engaging people there. We also are going to the Green Living Show and many other shows throughout the year. Also, we have an annual event called EV Day, where we rent Yonge and Dundas Square in Toronto, and we have all the cars on display, and you can take test drives. It's a fantastic day. We've done it 2 years in a row. The third one is coming up on May 24th, 2014. We're also doing an EV Day in Guelph and in Hamilton, but I don't have those dates just confirmed yet, but people can always check our website.
Really? So that is a major outreach program. How many people are actually involved in everything with Plug and Drive? Like, you can't be doing this on your own. So because you're touching a lot of cities across the province. Oh,
definitely. No, I have 5 lovely coworkers. So I'd just like to say hi to Kara, Ozra, Brian, Ron, and Gina back in our office. And we have a slew of volunteers who help us out at different events and reach the people throughout the province.
So are these all like co-workers that you've met at Ryerson, or just people that are really keen and involved in electric vehicles?
Well, they're just people who have been absorbed into the world of electric vehicles, and they provide a lot of value. We have a very small but strong team. We do a lot of good work. And as you mentioned, we are housed at the Center for Urban Energy at Ryerson, which is a little bit of an kind of a incubator is the word I'm looking for, an incubator for entrepreneurial enterprises involved in the electricity sector. Mm-hmm. And we're delighted to be there. They've been very fantastic to us.
Oh, I think it's great. Well, I think young adults, I did a series on young adults, and the reason is because young adults, with innovative ideas, they're actually the future of condominiums. There's no mistake about it. And, aside from, people that are downsizing from their homes, granted, that's another entity, but the strength of any condominium market is really sort of, we created a young adult entrepreneurship in the Condo Owners Association. So it might be something I'd certainly like to work with you, because I think that, together being nonprofits, there's definitely a synergy there as far as benefits and so on with both the Condo Owners Association and the electric vehicles, because of the tie-in of, where condominiums are at and new technologies that are coming into the different buildings.
Oh, yeah. It's a very exciting time with all the buildings coming on now, and you're starting to see some very interesting technologies and advancements. So I think it's an exciting time for condo owners.
So you talk about emissions. Now, electric cars, okay, on the environmental side. Okay, that's one thing. That'll be our next topic. So hang tight, and we'll be right back. It's Linda Pinizzotto of the Condo Expert.
Oh, my computer crashed.
Oh no, I've got a virus.
No way, no internet connection. Do you need help? Call IT Mayday, 647-977-7113, itmayday.com.
And thank you so much for joining me. Today has been just a fascinating time of learning so much of what's going on out there. And that's what the Condo Expert is all about. I'll hit so many different issues. You'll notice them on iTunes and on podcast. Reporting here from the Hayes FN, you have been listening to Linda Pinizzotto of the Condo Expert. Now, also remember, register yourself. If you're a condo owner or condo buyer, register at www.coaontario.com. And also, if you've got questions, whether they're real estate related or condominium or property values, this and that, I wouldn't have the information I have had I not had the experience that I've received. And I certainly wouldn't have been able to start the Condo Owners Association without having this kind of a background. So contact me at Linda Pinizzotto, Pinizzotto at coaontario.com or Linda at lindapinizzotto.com. Until the next time, have a fantastic day, and thank you so much for tuning in.
Linda Pinizzotto. Whether it's a house, townhome, or condo, when you're ready, she's your negotiator. With 34 years of experience, Linda guarantees that you have the real estate knowledge you need to make the right decisions. Call Linda Pinizzotto at Sutton Group Quantum Realty, 416-561-7373 or visit her at lindapinizzotto.com.